Kalaben, you've told me so many wonderful stories in the past, and now we have the opportunity to record your remembrances of the early years of the ashram. And perhaps we can go back to the very beginning. Tell us when you first came here, about your parents, about your first meeting with mother. Let's start there.
Well, our coming here, it is my father. We are very grateful to him because even in those days, he had a very different mind. And he always wanted, we were three sisters at that time, and he wanted the daughters to be educated, not like getting married and then finished. So when I was about the age of 1, we came to India, and my mother had to stay here because her mother wanted her to be here. So afterwards, when my mother left for Africa, she had to leave both the daughters in the boarding because my father wanted that they should be in the boarding house. Could not take to Africa because there were no schooling, and he wanted that these girls should be educated. So both the sisters were left in the boarding, and I was taken to Africa. So I had a very good privilege being in Africa, and my father was such a free mind. I don't remember wearing frock. He had given me short and shirts. And I was so free, and both the parents were really loving parents, never imposed anything. It was a real happiness. And in Africa, where he had rented a house, it was on a hill. And all around it was greenery, rocks, and up, like going from here to sea, it was Lake Victoria. Wonderful place.
What part of Africa?
Mwanza, Tanganyika. So I had a very, very happy childhood memory. And as I was the only one in the house, my brother is born after 2 years. He is 7 years younger to me. And so I enjoyed everything myself. Then during the war, my mother felt that we should come to India because my sisters were in the boarding. So we came away in 41. And we were in Gujarat, in Anand. So after we came, we were put in the boarding house, but immediately we had to come home because all the schools were closed in 42 movement. All the schools were closed. So we were at home, but then my mother had a engaged tuition for us, and that teacher was formerly in the ashram. And he was very hot temper. So, but with us he was very nice. And we had with him all the subjects, English, French, history, geography, algebra, Sanskrit, all for I don't know how many months. Then we were put in the school there in Gujarat, DN High School. So we were only for 2 years in the school, and my father came after the war in 46. So he had first engagement was here to have darshan because February was coming. And he was coming with my mother. So he asked my sister whether she wants to study or she wants to get married. She said, I want to study. So his choice was to either Pune, Shantiniketan or here. And it happened that as he was coming for darshan, our permission was taken to come here. And we were granted permission. In those days, younger children were not kept near the ashram. So ashram had rented a house on Gandhi Road near present what the name? It was on main road. And
on Mahatma Gandhi Road.
Mahatma Gandhi Road.
Ah.
And then my father must have an interview, and he must have spoken about our staying. Within 10 days, mother gave us the room, cot, for bedding, everything. Nothing we had to worry about it. And the house was that our present Suruchi, that big house, and we 2 sisters, there was one upstairs. So after a few months, that lady had to rent another house because her family was coming. And that was, Lakshmi Khodabai's family. So Dumanbai, mother sent Dumanbai at home, telling that if you are afraid, she will immediately tried to give us somewhere accommodation near the ashram. So I said, we are not afraid whenever mother. And mother from the beginning, she wanted us to be in Nantai. And that time there was no room. So when it got vacated, Nalinda took us to the room and it was smaller than this. Said, how will you stay both of you? I said, we will adjust. So my cot was outside in veranda, Ambu's wall, and I used to sleep out. In those days it was like Ramraj. Pondicherry was very free, there was no fear at all. So after a few months I got a room. Well, that was the beginning of our coming here and staying, and then we never went back. Yeah, and then when my parents went back, my brother was very attached to me because from the birth he had seen me. And he asked where I was. He used to call me Kalavati. My name was at that time. So he said, she's there. My father asked him, you want to go there? He said, yes. And he was sent with this Arun Bai's father. He was coming for February darshan, April darshan. So he was, my mother was very sad because he was very naughty and active in younger days. But he was so fine, didn't trouble anything. When he came, he said, you will sleep today with us? No, father has said that I must stay in the boarding. So from the very first day he went to the boarding.
So tell us now about your first memories of meeting mother.
Meeting mother, as I was a little child, I mean not little, I was 14, but the entering ashram was like a fairyland. And you saw the mother, I can't express what it was. It was, like you are in heaven. It was a very, I don't remember now much, 65, more than 65 years. But I remember that first feeling was such a happy and joyful and as if you are in a fairyland.
When did you first speak to mother? Did she speak to you or write to you?
No, I had no conversation or writing. There were some incidents, it happened, and I used to speak in broken language, English. But as we were given school for 10 months, we came for the school, but we were given 10 months school, and then in December when it was holiday, with the school we had half-day school, and then in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, we had to go to press because there was no Gujarati composing person. There was that time hand composing. So we 4 or 5 young girls used to go and do the composing.
Oh.
And in December when the school was over, we were called in mother's kitchen. And we had to work there in the morning from 6 to at night. Even at night, Aurobindo used to wait. In those days, mother used to go a lot of in trance. So Aurobindo's dinner time was 7:30, then it went on. And it went on. One day we went home, it was 4 o'clock.
In the morning?
Meditation, yeah. It was a very interesting thing that we used to come after our sports and take the mats and sleep there. And there was one gentleman, Aradhan, he used to sit in that seat. If you have remembered, there is one seat near that when you are entering to the ashram hall, meditation hall. He used to sit there. So when mother will come, he'll get up and say, Mataji aa gaye, he'll go and wake up everybody. Because we all used to sleep in the ashram courtyard, the mats. And mother used to come and give pranam to all. So,
So you were cooking for Sri
no,
Aurobindo?
we were working there in the kitchen,
In the kitchen.
cleaning and doing everything.
Ah.
And that time the kitchen was near the ashram, next to the ashram. That was mother's kitchen and washing room and everything. And we were doing all cleaning, washing, cutting vegetable and all that. Afterwards,
Yeah. Afterwards, what happened?
in 47, when India became independent, there was a rumor of attack in the ashram. So all the servants were removed from the mother's kitchen. And in those days there were no tap. Water was brought by buckets up. And there were gentlemen coming from Bombay, from Philip Company. They were related to Ichaben. She is no more. And they used to carry up in the drum. And I used to sit, clean all. And that time we had this cooking place, burning the firewood, the old kitchen. And I used to clean all the vessels. So my legs had become like a sieve. The Nipenda, I prepared a cream which I used to employ. I could not walk even. It was so bad. But we had a great joy working there. Then after coming this new kitchen, it was in 48 somewhere. We got this new kitchen where there was electricity and all the other facilities. So once she made me do biscuits for mother. I made the biscuits and I took it to mother, and mother said, "You have made it?" I said, "Yes." So like that slowly I started talking to her. And then in that kitchen there was no staircase. So I had a habit of climbing anywhere. So I used to climb and dry the things. One day while coming, I had a fall. And there was a platform for servants to clean the vessels, and there was asbestos. So I came through and I had a fall. So that time I told during the Paranam to mother that, "Mother, I want to tell you something." Because when I went, I said I can sit and do some wiping, but that lady did very unpleasant thing to me. So I told mother that I want to tell you something. So she called me upstairs at night. And then she hugged me, and she knew because they had to complain to mother, that inform mother that I had a fall. Afterwards, mother sent me to the hospitals. Luckily I had not broken the bone, but I had I don't know how to say in English, I had a very hard bump on my back. So mother asked me to take rest. So for 3 months I was at home, going to dining room and home, resting all the time, and going a little bit for treatment with Hriday in our physiotherapy. But I don't know how that pain has disappeared. It has gone. After some months it was. Then I asked mother, I can do some work. She said, "You choose." So I told mother, I said, "No, I want you to give me some work." She said, "No, you choose." And I don't give work, it's Rabindraji who gives work. So I said, "Mother, I don't want to go." So you take your own time and choose. Then I selected to work in mother's department, stitching embroidery department. And there I worked from 1948 till almost 60, 61 with my school work.
In embroidery?
In
What did you do?
stitching.
What did you do?
I used to stitch mother's clothes. Her underclothes, and then when she started tennis, so every darshan we used to stitch a new dress, and I used to stitch for some time. Then there were many who wanted, so they were doing. Then in one summer, mother said to Vasudha that it's too hot with this white satin, she used to go to play at 4 o'clock, to play to tennis ground, and it was too hot. So she brought out some thin saris with nice rose designs. Said, "If you stitch a kameez from this, I can wear that with a lining, So Vasudha used to cut one, and I used to stitch whole day, finish it at night, give morning to Vasudha, she'll iron, and then when I used to go to mother in the morning, I used to offer her, she used to wear in the evening. And like that, I stitched 8 kameez for 8 days. Every day she used to have new, and whenever I used to take, she used to give such an expression. And then when it was 8, she said, "Now stop it." And first thing I forgot, when I was not well, and Vasudha gave me some work. That was, somebody had started a veil on the net, which was, you have to count the holes and make the flowers, which I did it sitting at home. Whenever I was getting tired, I will leave, I'm working like that. And that year, I should have said this in the beginning, that year mother came to Vasudha's department, and each one offered something what they had done. So when I had offered this veil, she said 3 times in French, quelle patience, quelle patience, quelle patience, because the whole thing was like a cloth, you know. The flowers were done with counting the holes. So she was so happy to see that also. Then I was stitching, doing whatever Vasudha will give, I was to stitch. Then once I was standing in playground during concentration time, and I got vision of some design. That was supramental time. That supramental conscious, you know, double hibiscus. So I spoke to Sanjeevan, and he made the design. Beautiful design he made. And Dumanba had bought cloth 2 years back. So it was a golden thread. And I started that sari. And it happened that in 54, they needed somebody in the school. There was no teacher for kindergarten, and our kindergarten was in the main building where now Arati's office is there. So it used to get disturbed, and Shishda wanted very much, and once or twice he asked me, would you come? I said, I'm doing the work there 8 to 10 hours. So he asked, I think, Pavitra Dad to ask mother for me. So mother gave answer that she's doing my work. Then I kept quiet. Then one day I was standing, we used to stand, mother used to go to interview for, in the now present there is a big door, there was a room that was supposed to be Pavitrada's laboratory. And she used to give interview, you must have seen some photos, you know, she used to take the class also there. So we used to stand on the wall, and she was going from that room to her room. So one day she took my hand and took me in the room. I thought, I don't know, I must have done something wrong. Then she asked me that, can you spare some time? She didn't want to leave me my work there. I said, mother, when I get back pain, I go here, there, I go around. She had a hearty laugh. Because I said like that. Then after discuss, I said yes, because in those days the school was only till 9:30. So I take one period and then I was free. And somebody will come and give the drawing. And one period was in the afternoon. So I said, yes, I will do it. But I said, mother, I don't know what to do, because I myself had no education, or I had no idea that I will be teaching. So mother said, you love children, children love you, you go and play with them and speak in French. That was the first lesson mother gave me.
Where did you learn French?
That 10 months I was in the school, and mother used to take the classes, and we all used to sit there and listen to mother. And before joining the school also, I got inspiration and asked mother if I can come to her translation class. She used to do translation of Aurobindo's books for bulletin. And there used to be, it was like a class, many people sitting there. I knew nothing. And she said, yes, she gave me the notebook, she gave me the book. And then I went, first day I wrote 2 letters, second day, and then I used to take dictation, you know, what mother used to speak. But I didn't have a proper class, only 10 months which we were in the school. Afterwards, when mother gave me the work, I took the book for the children. Then I found that there were many things which our children even don't know, fork and this and then in French, you know. So she gave me the inspiration. I used to prepare the lessons for the children. That is, you see, if I want to teach them like rubber, pencil, notebook, this, so I used to put on a bench and tell them, and I used to write flashcards in 2. So this is table, this is chair, this is book, pencil, rubber, and I'll show them and put on that objects. So then I give the card to them, they will just see like, you know, picture and put it matching thing. That was the beginning of teaching them French. Like that for sensorial activities also I had invented many things in that way, which children can just learn, like sound. So I took different type of, because we had a Montessori material where there are sound box are just a different grade of sense. And they have to check and find out the matching sound, which was boring after some time. So I used to take a bench take metal, rubber, 4 or 5 kind of different sounds, and I'll drop, they will hear. So I'll ask the child to turn and then drop, and the child has to say yes. Like that in the ground also, we used to tie one child and ring the bell, and the person is going round, and the child has to, by the sound, child has to come and hold the person. Like that many other games were invented. And this is all what mother gave the inspiration from within. I had no time to run and tell or ask her anything, because I had responsibility of the school plus at home. You know, A.B. Patel, that house was almost under me. So I had to look after that also. I had no time to go or write or do anything. Then after this schools, I changed the timing, because 7:45 to 9:30 after soup they used to go home. Then I used to go and sit at 2 o'clock, no children, they are sleeping. Then I told Shishida and made 3 o'clock, children sleeping. And that time all those who were in the playground, they were in the school, they were all taken in the playground. So when they used to come at about 3:45, it was time for them to go and have tiffin. Then I changed that period in the morning from 7:45 to 10:30. So I used to have one period, then another lady used to come. I had 2, 3, 4 different people working with me. That is Gonodi, Light. This Chitradi's mother was first. She used to give drawing. And then I used to take. So then I divided my work. Half day I used to be in the school, and half day I used to be in the department. So I used to take my French class, and then I used to go for my French class. Then I used to come and take the class, and then take English class. Like that I did for 2, 3 years in the school.
Did mother come to the class ever? No.
I think by that time she had almost, no. I had a school here, classes here. Then it happened that I think after 1 year only, first I took, and it used to happen that I had 2, 3 years, one Westerner with me from December to August, and they will go away. So all the children used to come to me. I used to have 25 children, like 12, so all the class was coming, and I was managing with that. Then it happened that after 1 year, mother got vacated this house, this Dalafo. Downstairs there was family staying. She shifted to the other house and gave me this building. That was then Pavitrada and Shishda and all they came. He said, mother has asked you first you choose your room, whichever you want. So I had taken the biggest room. And I was taking classes here, and there were other 1 or 2 teachers were there in the beginning. Then it happened that in Dada stopped 4-year children in the playground. So that year was 59. That was 58 November, I think. And my class was dissolved. So Pavitrada told me, your class is dissolved, so you take bigger children. I said, it is not possible for me. I have no knowledge, and I have a lot of work there, because I was doing this sari for supramental, this thing. I said, I have a lot of work. So 1 year I was out of the school. And we finished the sari in February. I offered it on 14 February 1960. And mother wore it. It was not me only, but because I couldn't finish, so Minudi, Beladi, and there was another girl, Hansa. We 4 finished it, and we 4 took it to mother on 14 February. And I always used to give to mother on 14 February, my arrival day, whatever I had made for the darshan, whatever I used to make. So that day we 4 had gone, and we offered that sari, and mother wore it on 29 February 1960. And that year, Jumanba had arranged to have the meditation hall all golden. There were curtains. I don't know if there are any photographs of those days. Whole thing was golden. Mother came down, she sat there, and she distributed the golden days, the first anniversary of supramental year. And that was a great joy for us too.
Did you go to her classes in the playground?
Yeah, when he was taking this younger children's class, like this red group and green group, I never went. But red group, we all used to sit there, listening to her. That's how I had understood the French, little bit afterwards. Personally, I had no class with mother. Only this translation class I used to sit. And mother used to give notebooks, and in the book will finish, she will give the books also, and she'll give the notebook also.
So when did the current kindergarten came into existence?
Oh, that is another story. I was then working from home. I was not going to the department because more time I was giving in the school. That was in I think it was 1963. Mother had 30 applications and she wanted to take all the children.
She had 30?
Yeah, 30 applications and she wanted to take all the children. So Kirit came and he said, mother is asking you what to do. So I had that time, 1 year I didn't have the class, my classroom was occupied by somebody which I didn't get. Then I was given this room, this first room. It was vacated, it was I think Madhav Pandit's bookstore or something, and that was the room. So I said, Kirit in this room, and in those days we had no fan. So I said, in this room at 10 o'clock I used to remove the shirts and bring the prickly lotion from Nipenda and apply them. I said, in this room it is not possible, and it just came spontaneously to me. I said, tell mother to give me a big place and the helpers. And that house was rented by Kishorilal in those days. And this time Uttama and all that very small. Children were small, so he thought such a big house, he offered 2 rooms to mother. The family is wonderful, I had a very nice contact, and even now I have very nice family. And he didn't say a word. When Pavitrada, Shishirda, Kiritbhai and myself, we went first time to see the place. And instead of 2 rooms, we got the whole hall and this all room. So he just kept quiet and he said, I had planned to make a reception because he was that time the secretary or something in a society. I'll do in the veranda. I said, if you do anything in the veranda, first put the small doors because all the children will run to the sofas. They won't come in the class. But it never happened. So that's how we got that big building with beautiful courtyard and whole thing. Formerly he used to do gardening and all that, but he then slowly stopped. And then we got different thing installed. And that time it was higher, so the landlady had given godowns to government. One was this side and one was by the side of the slide we have. And that was, they had dumped in that ammonia. So that small godown was in a very bad condition. So I informed that lady that it is in very bad condition, you better get it demolished or repair. He said, do whatever you like. So I think I told mother, or I don't remember. And she always had told me to ask Udar whatever I wanted. So I told Udar, he demolished, he got clean the whole place. And then she could not give to rent to anybody. Government also didn't come and she didn't come also. And that gate is now closed. Backside we have made a little garden at the entrance, that back entrance of this thing. So we got then slowly we got this swing, jungle gym and all that, sandpit, all that I got slowly. The year when we got swing, that was another story. Mother had opened with one French lady or English, I don't know, in one boarding house, children who were waiting for them. And that I think that lady went away, so the all material came to me. Kirit said, you keep it and use it. So when we got the swing, the children who had gone, they said, when we were there, we didn't have the swing. So they used to come and run and play with them. They used to come. So now we have got we had sandpit, jungle gym, swing, And then when they're throwing the boulders on the seaside, somebody got idea of having a mountain here. So we asked, and that Jatti was the governor, and his grandchild was with us. And we requested, and he got it done. That drawing was given, I think it was Simi's son, or I don't remember, and that mountain is done. If you come, you will see, I'll show you the whole thing. So now it is a beautiful place. You have seen, no?
Yes, yes. Did mother give any message when you started the kindergarten for children?
No, message is not given, but every year we used to do collective program for the whole kindergarten. Even we had 60, 70 children in the beginning. And Chitra was with us, and she was a very good director. She used to direct the children. I used to stitch the costumes, and there were, Shriti was there for singing, dancing, and other things. We had a good batch. We were only 4 or 5 teachers, but it was wonderful. And we used to put up stage, bring chairs and everything. I used to go at 6 o'clock and arrange everything. And Nalinda used to come for the program. And at the end of the program, we used to distribute that year-end some gift that she used to distribute. But for the program, we used to prepare beautiful cards, and even for mother's birthday. So for birthday, once we had sent, and she had sent a message that is there in the school. Aux enfants de bonne volonté or something, I don't remember exactly. It's there.
So
That you can put.
You must have had some naughty children in the kindergarten. So did you report to the mother how mother tackled the problems?
Well, it was the grace of the mother. I never had any problem. She used to give me inspiration, and I used to tackle them. I had no time to go to her or to complain to her. And another thing was that I was so naughty myself. I didn't feel the children. When the parents used to complain, I said, you and me, we can't do it. It's their age, they can do. So they also could not complain to me. I enjoyed with them. I had no problem. There was one child, I can tell, that was a very special one. You know, I used to make all 25 children sit in an oval in the veranda and take flashcards and repeat the names. So once repetition is done, that child was very bright. He will get up and go. There was a small papaya tree. He will go and sit up. I never told him anything. I let him go. I used to make them free, never impose on them. So then when he will come, I said, what do you want to do? Whatever he will ask, I'll give him. So I had no problem. There was a child who used to go flat on the ground and scream. So children will come, then brother was there. He will come. So I said, go and prepare some. They used to play in the sand, some laddu. Please, she's hungry, go and bring. She'll stop. Mother used to give me the intuition. That is what I felt after I finished my school. Because on the spot I will get the idea. I never read much or do any study, because as I said, I had no time to do anything. That was the joy of working.
Many people want to know what is the teaching method that you adapt for the children, and also what sports they do in the evening. So can you give some?
As I said, that teaching was a very spontaneous thing. We had some games and things, and we used to teach in different way. There are puzzles. Then once I got this memory game, and memory game is really wonderful. That is, it develops the observation, concentration and memory. So there are 2 cards you have to put on the ground, and then they have to turn. And if it is similar, the child will take. So when the turn are there, but I used to take only 3-4 children, not a big crowd. You can't play those games with too many children. So the box which I had got from France, there were no signs on the pictures. Then I got nice big picture print papers. So I made one loto and one memory game where there were flowers, domestic animal, wild animal, and the 4 I forgot. So those I had made, and the games are there still. But then afterwards, now we have got lot of material and games. and that they used to enjoy playing. So whenever they wanted to play, I used to make groups because I was alone. So I'll give one group this game, one group lotto, one group puzzle, like that, and then I used to, and then we had easels, so we used to keep paint and other thing, and those who want to do the painting, they will do painting. It was a different setup altogether. Now in present it is not that. Because I was alone, I had to organize, and then afterwards Bharti came to help me. When she finished school, Bharti was with me for quite many years. And we together made many puzzles and games and things like that. We used to paste, keep it under the pressure, and Bharti used to cut on the fret machine.
What were the ages of the children?
Four years. At that time, 4-year children were admitted, not 3. Afterwards, now we get 3 years, 3 plus, 4 years. And all new admission used to come to me. Whatever mother wanted to. Then if they are bigger, 5-year or thing, if they are, then within a month I used to send them back to their own respective classes.
What are the languages you teach?
Only French. And then when mother told about Sanskrit, so Arya Vishnu came and asked me, how shall I teach Sanskrit? I said, as we are teaching French, you teach them. So he also is teaching Sanskrit in the same way. He take the cards, teaching the flower name, object name, and then the color, all that with the games and things like that.
So why only French and Sanskrit? Did mother give any specific
For French in the whole school we have French, English and Sanskrit compulsory. And for French many people had asked, and mother had explained that because that is one of the cultural language. Like Sanskrit, you see, French has got same grammar. That was mother had given the explain. I don't remember because my memory is. So the French is from the beginning, and children learn very easily. Within a month they understand. I tell because you see, if the parent goes to come to South or to Hindi speaking area or other countries, English, you see, children pick up very quickly. You see, the reading writing makes a complication to the mind. Once children can speak and understand, it's very easy to write. So when they come to the age 6, they start writing here, writing and reading.
So
For
there's
children,
no writing there?
No writing, no
Whatsoever.
reading, no books. They come empty hand, go empty hand. In our school there is no, that's what mother wanted.
So they start learning alphabets from here only? Or they...
No, their introduction is given in the 3rd year, that is the age of 5. Just introduction, and they write their own name on drawings or things with, no 2 lines or anything. It is a free writing. Like if they have done the drawing or anything, that is in the 3rd year, not in the 1st and 2nd year. There the teacher writes their name. But the 3rd year, children can write their own names.
So how you take the classes in the morning? Do they have some fixed classes in the morning?
Yeah, we have, you see, in the morning we start at 7:45. We have prayer. Each class sits in their own classes and they have prayer for each class. Then after the prayers, either we put music or something, and then after the prayers, music, some French small prayers are taught to them, which mother also had given in writing. So those who have studied with mother, they have in their notebooks and things. So they learn small prayers and they repeat for some time. So they sit quietly for 5 minutes, something 10 minutes, and then in the first period we have collective activities. That is, each class, all the children are together where they can teach them words, prayers, things like that. And then after half an hour, there's a break for 5 minutes, and the children go to bathroom or drink water, and then they have because now in each class we have 3 teachers, so they divide in 3 groups, 15 children, 5, and they do different activities. Like what I used to do in the groups, now they have like that facility. And then till 9:30, 1 hour they are concentrated work. And 9:30 it's a break, which we don't have bell system or anything. When class teacher finishes, they go for our soup, and we get some eatables also from dispensary. So they have a break for 1 hour. They eat and then they play till 10:30, wherever they want to play, in the courtyard, sand, classroom. It depends on the children. Teachers are sitting there and observing them wherever there are children. And after 10:30 there are more liberal activities. There are some dancing class, singing activity, clay work. It depends on their program.
And when
Each
Sanskrit
class
is
has
taught,
got their own program.
when Sanskrit is taught,
Uh,
every day or
no, they each one gets twice a week. Like music also. We have formerly we had piano, but now we synthesizer. So Astrid comes and play, and they learn nursery rhymes, rhythmic movement, things like that. They do with the music.
So do they speak amongst themselves in Sanskrit?
Ah,
No. Mainly
they recite many slokas, and they know the words. But the speaking must be after this. In the third year, they speak in French. Even the first year and second year, I have heard children speaking a little bit in French. But third year, I said even they quarrel in French because they don't know the Indian any other language, common language for them.
So evening, what time do you have sports games for them?
4:30 to 5:30. Yeah, that I wanted to do it here, but that time some people were staying up and they said we have a meditation time. Okay, I didn't. But when mother gave this house, immediately we started the group activity, and mother had given actually our uniform sky blue color, which is now is changed. You don't get. I told once Albert Bhai, but
Do she give any significance to that color? Significance?
I don't know.
That for
I didn't ask. It
group
was a sky
dress
blue
just
because
given.
here dark blue is for the group,
Hmm.
and so for us it was a sky blue and T-shirt. So with the straps, so children don't have to hanging down or anything. So the straps are there, so it stays there. They play on that.
Going back now many years, do you remember anything about Sri Aurobindo and the darshans?
We had Aurobindo darshan, I was telling, for 5 years, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And after the group started, we had to march past with the uniform to show to Aurobindo. I think 2 years we had gone. And my most memory is the November 1950. In those days, school children, used to take the chappals in the tray and put garage. There used to be the stands with numbers. So we'll go and arrange there. And the people will come out and go out from the garage door in those days. Not many people. So we were doing that work and we were told, run, run, run. They didn't allow us to wash the hands also. But when I went up, even now when I close my eyes, I see Shrindo's face with a smile and very piercing eyes. It was wonderful darshan. That is the last darshan I remember. For so many years, I don't know what I had seen.
Did you have any correspondence with mother?
Very little. For the school, some little things, and for my personal, once I had a trachoma, so I had listened to mother, and mother had very little, not much.
So those days you could directly go and speak to her.
We could speak in the playground, and after my back, I used to go twice to her. Privileged, morning and evening, both time.
So how many times in a year did you have Mother and Sri Aurobindo's darshan together?
4 years.
No,
February.
in 1 year?
Huh?
In 1 year, 4 times?
Yeah. February, April, August and November.
And also the 29th, the golden
That was
day.
not Sri Aurobindo's darshan.
Ah,
I see. That was
Sri
later.
Aurobindo passed away, left body in 50, no? This was in 60.
right. How old were you when you first went do the
14.
darshan? 14?
I completed 14 after coming here. We came on, I don't know which date it was, but yeah, 14 February 1946. And my birthday comes on March. So I completed 14 in
Before independence.
before independence.
Coming back to kindergarten, so what are the games do you adapt to children in the evening?
In the evening,
Evening, morning, what are the types of games?
morning we don't give them any games. It depends on the children. If they want to play cricket, they play cricket. They want to play football, they play football. There are things are there. But evening we had invented small games. That was, we used to draw two lines, and there used to be 2 or 3 children like crocodiles, and the whole batch will be there. We blow the whistle, children used to cross, and then whoever it took, they're out. Then there used to be 4 corners also. One supposed to be the wolf. Again blow the whistle and the child is out. You know, in the beginning we had invented. Then this Rumal Chor, Kho for small children. Now I don't know, I'm not going since few years because that I don't take the group and that breeze doesn't suit me.
So they have adapted their own type of games for the children.
I
according
must,
to
they
their
must.
taste.
Then the third year children used to have little this line, taking a straight line, Rappo, Gardabu, this marching, you know, training before they come to the big class. They used to get little training with the teacher.
So do they have regular singing, painting classes?
That is the main work. And our Shilpa is very creative. She has invented all kind of things in music. Even the names, other things. You must come and watch one day. And she takes the little one's class, first year class. That is at 8 o'clock. That first year class is on Monday and Thursday. If you come at 8 o'clock, you can see the children.
Because I remember once you had very long paper and all children sitting and painted.
We do all kind of things. The courtyard is free for them. It is on teacher's inspiration. There is no fixed rule. Each teacher can do whatever they like.
How many teachers do you have there?
Now we are, for counting, there are 12,
And 30 children.
45.
40.
Each class 15, because we have a first year, this Aditi, she comes early because I don't go now, and I had a very good servant actually. I also never went very early, and she goes away at 10:30. Then the middle Simi was not well, and Shilpa was alone. So there is Bela who comes 7:30 to 9:30, and Purnima comes to 10 to 11:30. So like that, in that class there are 5 teachers. Then other class are 3 teachers. Shri Didi comes, but she doesn't take class. She can't take. Then this third year also there are 4 teachers, where one of the teacher is asthma patient. So very often in this season because we train the teachers with the working teachers. There is no special training for the teachers. So if the teacher is not there, the new teachers, they can take it up.
If a child keeps on doing mischief in the class, so do you take him out and give a separate class?
Usually we don't encourage, but sometimes some teachers, we can't impose on the teachers. So, or I used to make them sit in front of mother's photo.
But
If they are too
sometimes
active and sit there.
when they join this kindergarten, and they have a lot of attachment to the parents. So,
So the
initially
beginning
is very
first-
difficult. They cannot.
Beginning, when we start on 16th, we don't ask parents to go immediately. They come and sit there, and one of the parents has to stay till the child says bye.
So how long does it take?
It depends. Sometime within 4 days. This time, you see, before Christmas, they were all out. Sometimes I had a child who happened to come from outside. Don't keep. He happened to come from outside, and the mother was pregnant. So she had to go away. The grandmother was here, and I made his grandmother to sit for 3 months. She used to sit and read Gita. So child will come and see if she's there. That was only one child I had to do that. Because you see, we have to understand the child's psychology. He was just from different place, coming in a new place and not having a mother. So I made her grandmother to sit, his grandmother to sit. For 3 months she was there reading Gita.
So when they grow up, do they come back and share some memories with you?
They don't say much, but they greet. Some of them they forget. And they bring a lot of gifts for the kindergarten. We don't have to ask. They come and ask what you want, but you can see when I had started with a Montessori material, 3 puzzle and 1 lotto. Now you can see the classroom has no place. They are all full. And now we are having the children who were my children, their children. So mother always jokes that there are grandmothers here. When new admission day, he always jokes.
How often you take them out for promenade?
Formerly we used to walk, but now they have stopped. It is so much crowd. But we go, we have got permission to go once a month. We get the bus. We go to the lake area, different places. Once a month we take children out.
The whole morning?
Yeah, from our school time, 8 to 11:30.
When you were doing the embroidery, what aspect did you do? You were stitching dresses, kameez for mother. Did you do fine embroidery also?
Yeah, this sari was done. Then I had done one kameez in blue, that was simplicity. Yellow flower, little small flowers. And then I had done this another sari, because somebody presented me one Bangalore silk or something, and I wanted to do for mother. So I had done this supramental action, and that was those thin lines and the big leaves, and the little top thing was put with the gold, little gold. There used to be spring wire like thing gold, so I had to cut and stitch that.
So did mother make any comments on your...
Yeah, this sari, when it was finished, she had stopped coming out. So when I sent it to her, she said it is too beautiful I wanted to make a gown, because I did half and the pallu I didn't do it. So when I sent it with Vasudha, I told her I can cut it and make a gown. So mother said, no, it's too beautiful. She sent it twice for exhibition, that sari. And I have got this supramental sari, I have got a slide. Somebody
But exhibition means in embroidery department? Or...
No, I don't know where. It was in an exhibition hall also we had. But somewhere, I don't know, she gave twice for exhibition. She didn't wear.
How did you look upon mother when you came
Like
here?
my own mother. I had no idea of spirituality or any other higher inspiration in those days. She was like my own mother. Even if I had a headache or stomach pain or anything, when she used to come to playground, we used to look, and she used to sometimes call, or she'll want passing, she'll look. It was a special relation, and I can say that even now it is there.
So you never looked upon her as with adoration or the divine?
Not in that way, but of course,
no,
adoration it comes
in power,
naturally, Yeah.
But from physical plane, she was just like a mother.
Yeah.
And we have heard this from Kitu, we have heard the same from Priti.
Yeah.
They would tell us that if they had an injury or small injury, they wouldn't go to their own mother, they would go to mother.
That was there in those days. She was very, very, with children she was really, don't know what to say.
Very free.
She gave everything to children. Especially this She used to play games and everything. You must hear this Jumur. There were 4 of them: Gauri, Jumur, and I think Bubu. I don't remember. The 4 of used to go up, and mother used to play games also with them. You will know it from Tara.
Tara, yes.
She will tell you. She has a very close contact like that too with mother. They were much younger to us.
How did you look upon Sri Aurobindo?
It was our Lord. Because from the beginning we had a darshan from far. So, only thing is, we had seen mother's photo in that teacher's house. He kept a place for mother's photo and thing, and he allowed us once to go in his room. That was my knowledge. My father never said anything, or we had no contact. In those days, parents didn't talk to the children, and we had no opportunity much to stay with him also. All this, my 2 sisters, I was there, and my brother, he came back. When we came to India, he was only 5 years old or something, and Usha was 3 years. Usha Captain, she's my younger sister. She's 10 years younger to me.
Did mother visit your house?
She didn't, Ambalal house she visited, and she visited my mother's house also. That is, this AK house, Balcony Street, where Liluba and Pushpa they are staying. My mother had invited her, so she had come to that house. And then when I was in Nantai, when mother started playing ping pong, table tennis, she played with all of us. And then she visited our rooms also. So I had a full tray with all kind of perfumes. I don't know from where I had got, but I presented her in that room. And the Ambalal house, she opened it when it was ready. She came for the inauguration.
How much time she used to spend there?
Well, she came in, she walked in if you must come and I'll show you the photos.
Oh, beautiful photos you have shown.
She came in, she walked till dining room, she came back, then she went round and went up and then sat in the meditation room which she had selected. Because it happened that the grandmother wanted very much the house. That is the Prakash grandmother, he is my granduncle. And before the house was ready, she passed away. So when the house was ready, nobody was there except A.B. Patel. So he sent a plan to mother and asked Madhav Pandit to choose a room for mother. He wanted one room as a mother's room, meditation room. So she selected that room, and then she gave away the plan and asked which is his room. So mother said, "Mother, I don't know." So she took the plan and showed just on the same floor another room. I don't remember the year, it was 46 or 47. Mother had arranged 2 lorries. At that time there were no bus or anything. And school children, and mother had selected some other ashramites also. I don't know if you had seen Benjamin. He used to look after the cycles. He was in the filter room. He was there. Samyo, Kanak, Robi, all young boys, and we were 2 lorries full. And present Kadarland, that bungalow belonged to one Muslim, and he was connected to the ashram, especially with Ambo. And we had gone there. That time it didn't belong to us. It was just, and the lake water was really fine until the brim. They did cooking and the elderly people, and we all enjoyed. And there was singing and all kind of things with Benjamin, this Kanak and all that, with a big umbrella, and then Para Plume, I don't remember the song, but we had really fun, that first picnic. And then Pranavda was there, and we went, now what is Mervai, it was all stones and pebbles. Not a single green plant was there. And we ran on those mountains. So after many years also, Pranavda was remembering, Ki Jabe, Chutte, he was remembering, because I used to run before him on those rocks and mountains.
Which was the year?
I think it was 47, I don't remember. 47 December, not in 46, I think 40. Because the playground started after that, no? It was 47, 48, I don't remember exact year. But it was really fun for all of us. First time mother had put that.
So you were how many at like 15?
2 lorries full.
Oh, I see.
2 lorries.
Oh.
So
Must
you
be
stood,
30, I
you
think,
stood
30,
in the
40.
lorries or you sat?
Don't remember.
Packed in.
That time I could jump, run.
So that was the one of the first picnic?
First picnic.
First.
We used to go in small groups, but this was from ashram mother had arranged everything.
How did this picnic thing started after December? Do you have any idea?
Many years it is. I think Pranabda's inspiration, as far as I feel, because they used to work till 1st December, 2nd December, no? So they didn't have any holidays, and most of them they used to stay here. So these 10 days were kept for outing for all them. They were taken from early morning 4 o'clock to night 8 or something like that. They had to go Gingy, here, there, all far away places. Could see. That I think those who are going, they will know better. I have never been with that batch. Once or twice I went with a ladies group, but after that I was not in the school, so, or in the group also. Because of my health, I had to leave the group also.
You must have got a lot of birthday cards from the mother.
Yeah.
So, is there any special thing you want to share?
Special, nothing. She always gave this thing, but when I offered the sari, when I didn't go, she sent a big card, and mostly she gave me this attachment with the divine orchid flowers. On my all cards there is orchids. I can show you. Not many, but there are. But most of them they have orchid flowers.
Maybe perhaps in our next meeting here, could you bring some
Yeah, I
things
can
that you remember, cards, things from mother and all, and you could show us those?
Yeah.
Good.
She wrote mainly in French or sometimes she wrote in English, the birthday cards.
I think she was reading. I haven't seen since 3 years. I have not touched.
But you must be having dozens.
No. She started giving cards after she went up. And she was not calling everybody also. For birthdays, she was not calling everybody. When she was downstairs one day, because I had a very bad dysentery for 20 years and I used to suffer. So one day, my birthday, I asked for interview, and Nalinda, she sent word that I will see her, tell her to stand in the passage. So when she finished with everybody, she took me in the room where there is a chair in the hall. She sat down, and then I told mother that I am suffering with this and this. So you know what mother answer gave mother? Said, I am also having same thing. And then after, so like that, small thing, but you don't always remember. But she always saw on my birthdays.
No, but she gave any. Did she do anything so that your dysentery went away, or she?
Oh, that I will tell afterwards. But after Shindo passed away, my birthday came in March, no? So she said, I will give you Savitri. So spontaneously I told mother, I can't read, I can't understand. You give me some easy book. So I asked for prayer and meditation. So she gave me. Then whole year, Savitri, I was. So next year, she gave me Savitri, the first public printed one with her sign. And then every year, whatever this university volume, she used to, on birthday, she used to give us all the books with name and the blessings and sign. Every birthday.
It was a 2-volume edition of Savitri?
Yeah. That too, the first one. That was 50, no? This was in 51. So I got in 52 rather. She wanted to give me on 51, which I told her, I said, I can't understand or
So how did you get rid of the dysentery?
Oh, that some years back, I went to Dr. Raichuria. I heard that he was doing all healing and all that. So I asked him, I said, what is my allergy? Because I used to get a lot of things, problem with my. So after some time he said, you have got allergy of yeast. So don't eat bread and all our Gujarati things, which is with yeast and all that. Even now if I eat, I feel that. So I'll stop eating bread. I don't eat now. I make chapati in the afternoon, so I have some extra in the morning with my tea, I take that. I used to take a lot of cream, but then some time back, I had some breathing trouble, so I went to Dr. Datta. He got my taste and all that, and said, you're developing this, what is called? You have this thickening of the, what is called that in English?
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol. So he said, don't eat this. I said, as it is, I am not eating cheese, butter, this, I just take cream. He said, don't take milk also. So he said, you take that. I said, I don't want to take. So I take very little milk in my tea. My diet is very strict because of that. And we had actually bread for so many years. Used to eat morning, evening in the dining room. And lunchtime, Chitradi's mother, she used to serve curd. And in basin, we used to have curd, such a thick layer of cream. So those who like, she used to give. So we used to take 2-3 slices of bread, put the cream, sugar, eat 2-3. That was our lunch. And all the time bread, that gave me, my stomach was not healthy.
Did you join the school or just you studied like that?
No, we came for the schooling. My father brought us. We were for 10 months in the school, but only half day mother had given school. So morning we used to go to the school for full time, and then afternoon we used to go to the press.
So you didn't, you did studying and work both?
Yeah, from the beginning. And then within 1 year we went to the kitchen. So 24 hours, that was work. Another thing, Shrindo used to eat and the trays used to come down. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 30, whenever he will finish. So one day Dumanbai saw that my sister and myself, we were taking the trays to the kitchen that was next door to wash it at night and keep it. So he said, from tomorrow I'm not bringing the trays at night, I'll keep whatever food is there inside the fridge, you take the trays in the morning. He stopped it. Because he said at 2 o'clock we were taking the tray and washing, so. We have worked in,
Did you do group activities?
Yeah, I joined group. I did gymnastic, athletic, sports in sports ground. Used to go walking every day, and here gymnastic, because my reaches are weak. When we were practicing for parallel bar, it was lower. So one day during competition, mother was sitting there, and then they raised my bar. I could not go up. So I said, while practicing, it was low, and now I can't do it. So mother must have, she gave me 3rd place, because we were only 3. So she gave me the 3rd place. And the next time there was somebody said, there were 3, but mother didn't give me any prize. I've got those cards. I did it for a few years. Then after, because of the stomach, I had to stop the group activities.
Which were the sports you liked best, most?
Everything. Love to play. So we had basketball, throw ball. That time just it was started, I think, that not hockey, but with the other, what is that? Baseball, or I don't know.
Softball.
Softball, I don't know. That I didn't do it. And swimming I could not do because of the stomach. Swimming pool started, but I could not go for swimming.
So do you still pursue the embroidery work?
No, I stitch my own. I never went to tailor. I stitch my own clothes. So somebody asked me from where, I said, I have stitched it. All my clothes I stitched. Embroidery I'm not doing now. Only stitching. Whatever is needed, because body has really, we say don't want, mother has said, no, la jeunesse qui ne vieillit pas. The spirit is there, but the body is not listening. I tell every day to mother. I do exercise twice a day, morning and evening, so that my legs are active.
So how do you spend your time? You like to listen to music or you do reading?
Reading mostly, music don't much. I have tape recorder, that cassette player also, and this DVD also. Now and then, not regularly. Actually, I don't get much time. I don't know where. In Gujarati there is a very good proverb. तुमको गुजराती समझ में आता है?
No, but you can translate.
You can translate.
In tell me Gujarati and
You
translate.
see, there is a proverb that that also has gone out from my mind. To go and I'll tell afterwards.
Then tell the gist. What is the meaning?
There is no name for the work, but the whole day passes away. I don't know in what way. There is a very nice. You see, I get up at 4:30. First, I do this pranayama I have learned few months back. Little exercise and breathing and little meditation. Then I get ready in the kitchen. I prepare because the whole house is on me. So I keep things in order and things. Then I get ready and come to school at 7:30. Receive the children, then go for prayer. After the prayer, if anything is there, I wait there. Otherwise, I come home and then do a little bit of cooking and things like that. Then I have whatever errand I have, I do in the morning. Afternoon, I don't go out. So it goes on. Otherwise, I sit and read or I do Sudoku. Nothing to do.
Kalaben, you have lived here for many decades in the ashram. And the life that was there in mother's time, in those days. So how do you find at present? What are the changes do you see over several decades in the ashram?
Well, in general, people's attitude have changed. That feeling is not there. You see, in those days, Nalinda, Amritada, Pavitrada, Shishida, there were four main connections. And they had such a good feeling. I said they were men, but they had motherly heart. They had really respect for us and they used to love like anything. All this. Pavitrada never called me in his office or anywhere. He will come every year and tell me in the class, Kala, mother had said, you keep the class open, let the children come and play till 23rd November. Because most of the mothers, children were of the ashram and mothers were working. So mother always wanted the children to be looked after. So he will come himself and tell me, you see, Pavitrada. Those were the great thing, you know.
And your remembrances of Nolinda?
Nolinda was very dear to us. I had French with him. We were learning, you know, at night, going to him for half an hour. Myself and Madhuri. And she is a joker. And then they had a time where they used to have a hot drink. So when Amritada will come, our class stopped. But they didn't ask us to go away. They said stay. We used to have, you know, some fun, talk, joke like that. They treated us there like their own children, you know. Amritada once, during the end, you see, A.B. Patel used to give for all his children and grandchildren offering to mother and take the blessings and send to them. So that day he was sitting, so I didn't go near him, he called me. And he asked each one, he remembered the name. All the children and grandchildren. He said, how are they? Amritada. In that condition. So that was the feeling they had. Even though they were not here.
And so you said four.
That was Shishida.
Shishida.
Here also, and Pavitrada.
So Pavitra that time was the school
He was
director.
active, yeah, he was a director till the end. Once I had trachoma and the water was running from my eye, so I went to tell Tom Mitra that, and I had gone to the hospital and he had given a note to me, so I sent that to mother. So mother wrote it back that do as doctor has said and keep your napkin and things. She has given in writing separate. He told to mother in such a way that they've had such a feeling for us, it is. So we have not missed the family. It was like a big family. The parents for 2 years they were not here, and even when they were here, they were not in our, you can say, these people were our own people. It was like a big family in those days. For everybody, it was very close contact.
So tell us the changes that you see in the past and present. Things, positive
You
things.
see, I told you, I go to kindergarten, go home. Then I don't go anywhere, I don't meet anybody. And I don't take any interest in any other activities. Even if I hear, if I have some work, I come to ashram, dispensary or post office. I have kept that to myself. I'm not interested in any other thing.
What are the books you read at present, mothers?
No fix. Whatever I have, keep it text my, because I had injuries and things. I've made arrangement in my room. There is a one side and one side table. So all the things which I need at night, I can take myself. I'm not to call anybody or don't depend on anybody because there is nobody to help me in the house in that way. I have magazines, Mother India, bulletin, some health books, some other things. So whatever I feel, even if I don't get sleep, I take something and read. No particular, I don't have that fixed habit.
So you are happy with the progress that you have made over the decades?
Well, I would like progress more. But I am happy because, I feel so strongly Mother's presence in my heart that I don't miss anything. I have this problem in the leg. You can't imagine. Whenever I have come out, gone, somebody is there to take me. Now, and when I fall, as if somebody is carrying me. I have fallen many times.
So always that mother's help is there.
I feel very strongly her presence.